he does the greatest puke take that you'll ever see in your life. He'll say, I'm so glad to be here. I feel a little bit.
We laughed until we cried every day.
Our special guest this morning is one of Hollywood's best love actors, Steve Carell.
Woo!
Thank you so much for coming in, Steve.
You've set the bar very high.
Yeah, absolutely.
Downhill from here.
Do you know what sartorially, you have set the bar very high this morning.
He's got a suit on and everything, Jamie. You look great.
Thank you.
Were you aware of just how shabby this show was?
I was.
Okay.
And I decided to shame you all.
Yes, well, you've done that. Well, listen, welcome to the brief window that we like to call British summertime.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Isn't it?
Oh, love it. If I were to move to another city, it would be London.
No way.
I love it.
Oh, we would absolutely have you.
I would love to be embraced.
Would
you do it right now?
What's your favourite thing to do when you're here? Have you been to a pub?
Yes.
Spend time in a pub?
A bit.
Okay.
Yes. I don't really want to get too far into it.
Okay. Pub gardens are a big thing in the summertime here.
Outdoor drinking.
Yeah.
That's something you don't see in the United States very often.
Come on.
It's people standing outside of bars drinking.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen, and I kind of like to see it.
Okay. We're good at that. We've also got Wimbledon on at the moment. You a big tennis fan? You enjoy the tennis?
I am, yes. I was at Wimbledon yesterday doing some press.
Okay.
And met a few of the players. It was very exciting.
Oh, wow. Do you play much?
A little bit. My wife is a big player.
Is she?
Yeah, she's a 4.0 rating. I don't know if there's the same rating.
I'm not sure what that means.
But she plays in leagues and
No.
Yeah, she plays doubles.
Do you play together? Do you play alongside each other?
We
or?
take classes too. We take lessons together, but she's much better than I am.
Okay. Now, we had recently in that very chair, we had Paul Rudd with us, who was telling us stories about, there were various scenes that you guys did on Anchorman where you guys struggled to get your lines out, and there were times when you thought that would never happen.
We laughed until we cried every day. There was a scene in The Office where I was playing Santa Claus, and the character of Kevin, who is quite a large character, sat on Santa's lap. And so we played it for laughs. And a lot of the people in that scene had to leave.
Right.
Because, and also the chest waxing scene.
Okay, yeah.
40-year-old virgin.
Yeah.
That was sort of a struggle. That was a struggle to get through in many ways.
The big movie release of the week is called Despicable Me 4. Of course, it stars Steve Carell.
Anyone who listens to this show knows that I'm absolutely obsessed with Minions. Did you think when you first started as Gru that it would go on to become such a massive success and franchise?
We thought it was good. We thought it was fun. I liked the first one because it was a little dark. It was a little edgy for kids.
Yeah.
And I liked that. It wasn't condescending towards children.
Sure.
And I thought it was something that the whole family could enjoy. The writers really try to make it human, which is interesting in animated film. Like they try to make these characters very human and accessible and funny. And of course, the Minions have grown into this enormous thing.
They are now their own thing. They've got their own thing going on.
They do.
We're obviously very familiar with Gru. Have you ever used the voice of Gru to get out of a sticky situation? Or
like if I was pulled over by the police. Don't give me a ticket, please.
I was thinking more.
I'm a good guy. I wasn't going that fast. No.
What about on the phone?
You know what I have done? Friends have called and said, would you leave a message as Gru for my kids? And they'll say, hello, Penelope. Happy birthday. I hope you get the big cake. You know, stuff like that. And one of the kids actually said to their mom, see, I told you he was real.
Oh, wow. There you go.
Oh, I love that.
I guess presumably there's a responsibility, though, with that character.
With great power comes great responsibility.
That's right. Yeah. Gru is the new dad in this film.
Yes.
So there is a father-son relationship going on.
It's a strained relationship.
Right, yeah.
Because the son, Gru Jr., has not bonded with his father.
No.
Doesn't particularly like him. And Gru's doing everything to ingratiate himself to his son. It's very funny. The way they've animated it, he'll look at his mom and be beaming, and as soon as he turns to Gru, he has the face of death.
Is there anything in Gru that would make a good dad?
Oh yeah, I think he is a good dad. I think all he cares about is his kids. Right. I think from the beginning he's been a character that is fighting desperately against his own goodness. He wants to be a horrible person, but he's not naturally.
Yeah. Now we also I mentioned Paul Rudd. We had John Krasinski came on a couple of weeks ago, and you came up in conversation. And have a listen to this.
That's what you should ask him. He does the greatest puke take that you'll ever see in your life.
What do you
His
mean?
fake vomit, like he'll pretend to get sick. He'll say, I'm so glad to be here. I feel a little bit. He did a bit called Nauseous Waiter. And as they're presenting the specials to the people, they hate food. So every time they talk about food, they start to gag. And it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
John loves a good vomit gag, like a good trying not to vomit. Yeah, I auditioned for Dana Carvey shows with something called The Podiatrist Who's Disgusted by Feet or Nauseated by Feet. So he's examining someone's feet. I did this in the audition. Oh, well, I see your large toe has okay. It's mostly that. It's mostly trying not to vomit. And it gets close, but it never actually
happens. Well, listen, the new Despicable Me 4, it's in cinemas 12th of July. Despicable Me 4, I urge you to go and see it. Steve, thank you so much for coming in.
Thanks.
Our special guest, Steve Carell.
Thanks, guys.
Wow! Woohoo!
This is Heart.